So I welcome you. I welcome you on the channel. Welcome to this live. We'll give some minutes for some people to meet up with us. But for the time being, tell us where you're looking from. Tell us where you're looking from. Tell us where you're looking from. Tell us where you're looking from, where you're watching from. So if it's your first time on the channel, I welcome you. It's critical too. And here we talk about business, we talk about entrepreneurship, we talk about mindset, guys, because I believe that's what is needed, that's what is needed to take our continent, where it's supposed to be right now, because we're facing a number of problems, and I believe that it is the way to development, it is the way to success. So let us know where you're looking from, let us know what you're watching from. And guys, first time, subscribe. If it's your first time on the channel, subscribe, guys. Like the video and share it. Share it. I feel like this discussion we're going to have today is going to be hot. Yeah, because we have to tell ourselves a number of truths today. We have to tell ourselves a number of truths. So share, guys. Like the video. Give it a thumbs. Give it some thumbs. Like the video. We'll give it 5 minutes. 5 minutes for you to share, and so that we can start the live. Okay, we have success awareness from Mauritius. Welcome to you. Happy to have you here. Happy to have you. Happy to have you. That's great. Already have someone from Mauritius watching us. Yeah, guys. Yeah, guys. Like the video. First time here, subscribe, guys. Tell us where you're coming. Tell us where you're watching from. Okay, Jaja, Richard, and Andy. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here. Where are you watching from? Tell us where you're watching from. I'd love to know. I hope you can hear me at least. Let me just put on my mic. Might be delicate at times. But yeah, tell us where you are watching us from. I'd love to know. Okay, from Rwanda. That's beautiful. Okay, welcome from Rwanda. I love it. I love Rwanda. Definitely in terms of business or some tourism, I'd love to be in Rwanda. Yeah. Beautiful. So share the video, guys. Share the video. Share the live, guys. And we'll start in about let's say 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes for you to share. Share with a maximum number of people. We need to have a real discussion. Yeah, guys, we need to have a real discussion, because I've been making a lot of observations. I've been studying another number of things, and I feel like we need to have this discussion. It is really important. Share, guys. Share. I love what's going to happen today. I love what's going to happen today, guys. I love what is going to happen today. I feel like people will be shooting stones tonight. I hope I'll be able to move out of my house tomorrow intact after this live. Yeah, guys. Invite all the people who like partying. Yeah, all the people who like having fun. Invite them on this live. We're going to discuss. We're going to discuss it because you're not going to hear me about talking. You're not going to hear me just talking tonight. Tonight is going to be interactive. Okay, it's going to be interactive. I'll just be speaking for a short while, a very short while, because you're not here to hear me talk. I've been speaking on the channel so far, and if you've been going through the videos, you will know a little bit what are my thoughts about this topic. But yeah. 1 minute left. 1 minute, and we'll start. You'll know a little bit about my thoughts on this. So I'll just share with you guys a little bit about what I think of all this, and then I will share the link so that you can come live. Okay, so you can come on the live and speak. Yeah, speak for yourself. Nobody will be speaking for yourself tonight. No, tonight you're going to speak for yourself. Yeah, and I'm going to share with you a link at a certain point in time so you can come on the live and so that we can share. Yeah, whether you agree or not, whether young Africans should find themselves permanently in distractions. Yeah. Sheikh Anta Diop said that, each generation has a mission to accomplish. Yeah. Each generation has a mission to accomplish. And you have the choice of either betraying it or taking it. Yeah. And from all indications and the history of all what has been happening so far in our continent, in our respective countries, we can say that the last generation didn't really take on this mission. Okay, they decided to betray it. They decided to put it away. Yeah, that's why we have a lot of burden on us, the young generation right now. Yeah, and I believe that we need to have a discussion. We need to have a sincere discussion all together as young Africans. Yeah, as a generation who looks forward to the development of our country, of our continent, we need to have this discussion. So 30 seconds, guys, 30 seconds, and we start the live. Yeah, guys, we're in deficit. We're in deficit of likes. Like. Share the live. 15 seconds, and we go. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us where you're watching from. Okay. We're good to go. So I want us to start this live today with a simple and little video. Then we're good to go.
A scientist placed 4 monkeys in a room with a stepladder upon which there was a bunch of bananas. Whenever a monkey went to climb the ladder, the other monkeys in the room were sprayed with cold water. After a while, each time a monkey went for the bananas, the others would attack it to prevent it from doing so. The monkeys learnt to never climb the ladder. But then, one of the monkeys was removed, and a new monkey wearing a raincoat was introduced. Naturally, this monkey went for the bananas, and it was customarily attacked and prevented from doing so by the others. This new monkey learnt not to climb the ladder. So when another monkey was substituted in and made for the bananas, all the others attacked it, including the one in the raincoat, despite the fact that it had never been sprayed with cold water. A third monkey was substituted in, and then a fourth final monkey. And still, whenever a monkey tried to climb the ladder, the others would prevent it from doing so, even though none of them had ever been sprayed with the cold water. When asked why this was, one monkey said, "That's just the way it is."
So yeah, guys, share in the comment what you think about this video. That is the way it is. That is the way it is. Share in the comment what you think about this. Share in the comment what you think about this. Yeah. So one monkey, okay, a group of monkey were put together, and one went to try and take the banana. And because that one took the banana and was trying to take the banana, the other ones were sprayed with cold water. Okay. So they learned that they shouldn't be taking the banana, because each time somebody tried to take the banana, okay, it was sprayed with cold water. And the same applied to whoever came after them. Okay, so let us know what you think about this, because I personally am going to share with you what I think about this video first of all, and what it represents right now. You know how it actually ties to our society. You know, to how it happens right now. We can notice that some years back we had what we call like colonization and all the stuff. And what happened is that whoever tried to move, to move out of the water, to try and look for independence or whatsoever, okay, were suppressed. Were suppressed. And this syndrome, okay, this syndrome or this phenomenon entered into African psychology. Yeah. And it took through our generation, the thing transmitted, okay, from our parents, from our ancestors to now. That's why even though we haven't been sprayed with the cold water as it is in quotes, okay, we still feel like it is normal. Yeah, because we've been raised in that manner. We've been raised in complete distraction. Yeah, we've been raised in complete distraction. When I wrote the title, or the theme today, I talked about Africans not partying, and I believe I'm speaking to a group of intelligent people. Because what I mean here is that we are permanently into distractions. I came up with a video some days ago, and I was telling you about a report, that I saw, like a documentary that I saw about the MIT of Boston. Wow, what these guys do there, it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. They invest in students to make creation, to create, to invent things. To invent things. 20 years old boys and girls make inventions before they move out of university. But what do we find in our educational system? What do we find in our respective countries? Yeah, it's terrible. It's important that us generation, the young generation, who are exposed to a number of things, understand that we don't have time for distractions. And what I'm trying to say that is that, of course, you need some time of relax between the work, but we shouldn't build up a culture, okay, of permanent distractions. Us Africans are supposed to be the most serious human beings we can find on this earth, because we are having a huge gap between us and the rest of the world. Yeah, we're having a huge gap, guys. A huge gap. See, even the medias that we use today, all the medias we use today, they are not owned by us. There are people making money on us. I don't even want to go too far, okay? Let's say we don't even talk about social medias. Let's say we talk about just our food, the food we consume. If you know, if you know a little bit about acheke is an Ivorian meal. Okay, acheke is an Ivorian meal. Okay, made from cassava. It's one of the most popular meals you can find in Cote d'Ivoire. Can you imagine who is the first producer of acheke in the world? If you know it, just write in the comment. Guys, just write in the comments if you know who is the first producer of acheke in the world right now. Write it or guess. Even guess. Okay? Just to be precise, acheke is from Cote d'Ivoire. Acheke is from Cote d'Ivoire. It's a Cote d'Ivoire original meal. Okay? Acheke, guys, hold yourself tight. Hold yourself tight. Acheke, the first producer worldwide of acheke is China, with 1 million tons of acheke daily. China is the first producer of acheke worldwide. It is not Cote d'Ivoire, Richard. It is not Cote d'Ivoire. China is the first producer. Cote d'Ivoire comes third. Cote d'Ivoire comes third. The second is Burkina Faso. Yeah. And we're dancing on TikTok. While other people are producing our own food. I will share with you a number of things I'll share a number of things with you guys today. But yeah, acheke. China is the first producer of acheke. If somebody controls your food, they control you. If somebody controls what you eat, they control you. Today we use a lot of wheat, but how many of us know that they are way more healthy? They are healthier. There are healthier ways of eating instead of wheat. It's because we've integrated a culinary culture of another country, of other nations. We need to wake up, guys. We need to wake up. We need to wake up. It's true we want to start a number of things, a number of businesses, a number of innovations. But can you imagine that some of our countries can't even produce toothpick? We import toothpick. Yeah. And we're there partying. Young Africans are partying. Young Africans are in permanent distractions. If you go on serious pages where people think about serious stuffs, I'm not even talking of this channel. Okay, let's move on this channel. Okay, go to serious pages where we talk about business, where we talk about some mindset, things that are going to help our community grow. See how many people are active in there. Go to community pages, go to TikTok pages, go to Instagram pages, Facebook pages, and see how many millions of people are watching, laughing. Yeah. Back in Cameroon, where I come from, there's some places where people's breakfast is beer. People take breakfast with beer. When you hear of a report where a whole country has drunk the entirety of a river, how can you develop a continent or countries with Drunk. With drunken people. Yeah, guys, we're going to talk today. We're going to talk today, and we're going to share. So I'm going to share with you a link, the link to the live, so that you can come and speak. I'm sharing with you the link, guys. If you feel that there's something wrong with all what I've been saying so far, guys, come on the live. Come on the live and let us share. Come on the live, guys. I just shared the link with you. You can connect. Okay? You can connect. You come and we discuss. If you agree, tell us why you agree. If there's a way out, tell us how you think we can move out of this and how we can grow. How we can make sure that we concentrate on the right things. Come on the live. I shared the link with you. I shared the link with you. Come on the live and let's start the discussion. I just shared the link with you. Come on the live and let's have this discussion. Okay. Hello. Hello, Lynn.
Hi,
How are you
hi, how are
doing?
you?
I'm well. I'm well. I'm well. How about you?
I'm fine, thank you. Well, today's topic is quite interesting. I have to highlight that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
since we are welcome to share our thoughts. Personally, I will share my thought on a comment that you are making that we basically keep partying and in fact having fun. Do you see?
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I don't think there's any problem with that as long as you know how to do everything in a balanced way. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
you know how to think of how to build yourself, how to build up the people around you, how to build up your country, how to, like, step by step. You can still party. I don't feel like there's any harm or it's bad to do so. And I feel like the way you're portraying it, it's like it's bad. Yeah, I think that's what I wanted to say.
But do you think it is right when I tell you when we are in a disastrous situation? I tell you that we import things. Okay, I take an example. Do you know that Africa has 60% of the non-cultivated land on earth right now? You know that? You know that, right? Okay. I'm sure you know that. But do you know how much food we import? How much we invest, okay, in importation of food yearly? 2021. Do you know how much Africa spent on importations? We spent $37 billion to import food that we can produce right here. We import it. I'm not even going to talk about the infrastructure. I'm not going to talk about our lack in terms of technology. Just the simple little things that we can do, we are unable to produce them. Tell me how we can spend our days, how we can spend our weeks, how we can spend months in useless distractions. Because us Africans are too distracted, putting attentions in things which are not needed. Okay? And it's important to say something, because I was having a discussion with someone some times ago, and she was telling me, oh, Taker, do you think that the youths in other countries don't party too? Do you think that they don't party even more than us? But the thing is, before they start partying, okay, it's important to notice that their parents, their grandparents have been building up their society for a long period of time. They sweated for it. They sweated blood for it. Okay, there wasn't time for the much fun that we are seeing today. You know, all the euphoria that we are in today. You know, and it took a lot of years for them to build it. So they today have all the right to come and party, to come and to come and have whatever fun they want to have, because the work has already been done. But what did our parents do? Yeah. What did the generation which came before us did for us to be actually benefiting from the whole stuff today? That's the question that we need to answer, that we need to ask ourselves today. And I always like to take the example of China, because some years back China was in our place. Do you know that China used to come and borrow money from some African countries? China used to do that. But where is China today? How much years did it take them, okay, for them to be where they are today? Today, us Africans shouldn't be working for only 8 hours. We should be working for at least 13 hours a day, because we have a huge gap to catch up with. So when you see all of that, how do we have time to have fun? How do we have time to have fun? I shared the link with you guys. Please come up on the live and share with us what you think about this whole stuff. Come on the live and share, guys. Come on the live and share. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you, guys. I know you have a lot of things to say, so please come. I shared the link. I can share it again so that you can come on the live and speak. Hello, Emmanuel. Great to have you. Great to have you. We're having a nice discussion here. We're having a nice discussion. We're having a nice discussion. Let us know what you think. Guys, today we still draw, okay? We still draw laptops in some of our schools. Children don't have the opportunity to actually go around and test how a computer functions. People study computer science without ever knowing how to code. With this, how are we supposed to compete with the world? Because Africans like crying. Africans like complaining that they are not being respected, that they are not being considered. But how do you consider people who do not have power? Because we live in a jungle. That's what people don't understand. That's what us Africans don't understand. We live in a jungle where the strong people eat the weak people. And we are the weak people. Guys, like the video, share it, guys. Share it. The link is available in the chats, guys, so you can connect. Nobody stops you. Share your idea. Whether you're for it, tell us. Whether you're against it, tell us to. Tell us why. Tell us why. Do you think that taker is too radical? Do you think that taker is saying nonsense? Yeah. If I'm saying nonsense, if I'm saying crap, come on the live and speak. Yeah. Maybe it is true pattern. Maybe it is true pattern that we're going to develop, our continent. I don't know. I don't have monopoly of knowledge. I'm learning as you too. I'm learning as you too. I don't have any monopoly. Maybe you found a way. Maybe you found a solution, an innovation on how we're going to use party, how we're going to use distraction. Yeah. How we're going to use TikTok. Tell us, tell us. How are we going to use the fact that young ladies are turning their buttocks on TikTok and people are liking, people are sharing. Yeah, people are sharing. How are we going to develop our continent with that? If you've got a whole revolutionary way, a whole innovation, please come on the live and tell me. I'm interested. I'm interested in that, guys. I am interested in that. I would love to know what it's all about. Please, guys, come and tell me that. I would love to know. I would love to know. Guys, don't be afraid to comment too. Comment and share. Comment and share, guys. I think it's important. I think it's important. We already had Lynn who shared with us, and she thinks that partying is not a problem. Yeah. She thinks that partying is not a problem. And we respect that. We respect our opinion. Everybody here has an opinion. We respect that. Come and share yours. We want to know what you think. We want to know what you can share with us, guys. I am very, very interested into that. Guys, we're having a deficit of likes. We're having a little deficit of likes. And I want to share something with you. I want to share something with you. And that is a key, really, really key info. It's a really, really, really key info. Because I was telling you that we in Africa, especially in 2021, you can make your research because all of this is, you can verify it. Okay, what information I'm giving you, you can verify it. We spent around 37 billion dollars on food. And since we're on a business channel here, we're on a business channel, I'm going to share with you some interesting numbers, statistics, which can be opportunities of business. Okay, opportunities of business that you might want to go into. People like doing fine business. No, we need business that's going to generate money, that's going to generate value. So I'm going to share with you some numbers that will edify you a little bit more on the opportunities that we have all around on the African continent, especially in terms of food, agriculture. Because I've noticed that a lot of people don't see agriculture as something that is charismatic. You know, it's not charismatic to tell somebody that, oh, I'm a farmer. Yeah, it's more charismatic to tell somebody, oh, I'm a community manager. You know, I'm a CEO of a startup. Yeah, I am in the feed tech. That looks more glamorous. You know, it looks more stylish. It looks more fun, charismatic. Yeah, but once you say you're a farmer, that's a different story. That's a different story. Yeah, but that's where actually a lot of money is going to be made, and definitely that's something I will invest in, and something in which I will find myself in. And I want to share with you. Hi, Amara. How you doing? Happy to have you. We've been having a discussion so far. We had Lynn telling us that it is no problem partying. It's no problem having some distractions. Okay, it is not a problem. So what do you think about this, Amara? I shared the link in the comments so you can come up, so you can connect to it right now. Come on live and share with us what you think. How you're watching from Mauritius, great. Happy to have you on the link. Guys, share the video, share the live. Amara, you can come up. I would love to hear what you have in mind for this. Because I believe this is a sensible topic, and I choose this topic as the first live of the channel because it is important. It's important, you know, what I'm trying to talk about on this channel. And as a community, it's important for us to reinforce each other. It's important for us to share on these topics. It's important for us to reinforce each other. It's important. Great. To share on these topics. Hello, Amara. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Take us. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying your show so far. Yeah, I'm good. Take us. How are you doing?
Your like the volume of your YouTube, because you're already on live here. Yeah. Yeah. If you're good, we can go. We had Lynn. Okay. Lynn told us that it's no problem. Okay, it's no problem. So while waiting for Amara to come back, I'm going to share with you some of the numbers that I was telling you about. So, in terms of numbers, first of all, Africa spends 4.2, okay, that's an estimated value, around $4.2 billion in importing fish. That might be a business you're looking forward to, and it's highly profitable, guys. I can tell you the amount of money that people make from this, the cultivation of fish. I can tell you the amount of money that people make. We have seas, okay? Some countries are around oceans, but we still import fish. Hello to you, Amara. Hello to Emmanuel. Amara, you can share. You can share with us what you think about this. The floor is all
Hi,
yours.
hi. Hi, how are you?
Amara, cut, cut, cut the
Um, um,
volume. Cut the volume on YouTube. You're on live in like
oh,
in StreamYard. Just get it on YouTube. Now you can just pause. You can just pause on YouTube. You're on live like in StreamYard. Okay. Yep. Are you good? Okay.
yes, I'm good
You can
now.
go on. Okay,
All right,
beautiful.
great.
Beautiful. It's good now.
Uh, wait, so you're saying like young Africans shouldn't get involved into partying or maybe activities that seem to distract them, right?
Okay. What I'm just to clarify, what I'm talking about mostly here is a culture, okay? It's a culture of distraction, of permanent distraction. Of course, it can happen at some point in time that people want to have a little bit of fun, just relax a little bit after a lot of work. Because we're not computers, we're not machines, we're human beings. At some point in time, you need a little bit of relaxation. But to have a culture, okay, a permanent culture of distraction, always in distraction, it's something that is bad, and that's something that we have to talk of because it is highly destructive. It is highly destructive, and we need to move on. There's a lot of things that we have to catch up on, bro. The lot of problems that we're dealing in our respective countries, and it is not normal for us to be in distraction, permanent distraction. That's what I'm talking. That's what I am against. Yeah, so you can go up.
All right, like thank you so much for having me here and the rest of the people who are watching us. Um, so basically, from my own perspective, I I don't necessarily think that people getting involved into activities that seems to make them happy or that allow them to derive self pleasure have the tendency of serving as an obstacle or maybe as a barrier to their success or maybe as a barrier to them driving social and economic changes in their community or maybe in their environment or maybe around the African continent. All right. So what I do believe is a major problem is first of all the motivations, the passion and the commitment for social and economic changes, and not the various activities and so maybe like not social involvement that people get into just to derive pleasure and happiness. All right. I can give you an examples of what is currently happening right now on the African continent. Um, right now around the African continent, there are most countries that have been really experiencing something that we call like suicide, right? Especially Africans in around the African continent have been um, like experiencing the higher number of suicide around the African continent. So most of these people, their suicide are being caused as a result of depressions and frustrations and sometimes psychological effect. All right. So I see it necessary and as well as important for some of these people to really get involved into activities that will make them happy. Maybe sometimes even party that will reduce stresses, so that they can have their mental and physical well-being. But so I don't necessarily think that we getting involved into activities that are meant to distract us. I don't really know the specific examples of activities that we are mentioning, but for activities like African getting involved into partying, almost like most of the activities that most Africans get involved into are just meant to make them happy and so that they can be able to derive self pleasure. So I just feel if Africa wants to obtain social economic growth and that each countries in an African continent want to maximize aggregate demand, what I do believe is that they should first of all put more power and reinvigorate the system of education, empowering young entrepreneurs who have creative mindset who are more passionate about who are more passionate about driving social and economic changes. All right. Like for instance, right now within our African Leadership
Amara,
College here in Mauritius.
Amara, you can't be telling
Yeah.
things like that. You can't be telling. How are you going to? How are you going to encourage people into that? When all of them are on TikTok, turning asses on TikTok, why all of them are drinking bars?
So like yeah,
People are
like I
drinking
just said,
bars.
like
How are
I
you
just
going to
said,
take
like
them
people
away from
drinking.
all of that?
Like I just yeah, I agree with
Hello.
you. Like I
So
just said,
you're encouraging people to become alcoholics. Ah,
no.
is
Okay,
that your
so
plan?
like that should not be the issue. That should not be the issue. There are people drinking and they are still contributing to society growth, and there are people who does not also drink, does not have not had any impact on our world, on our continent. You see, so like people drinks, and because of the fact that they have passion and they have motivations, and that they also have the vision for creating positive impact, they have been able to impact, right? So I don't necessarily think because people drinks or people drink, or maybe people smokes. Okay, they are smoking and they are drinking attitudes where in any way prevent them from driving change. I don't think that should be the reasons. All right. So my point is, the point I am making is that okay, activities that are meant to make people happy, activities that are meant to make people happy. Okay, these are activities that are meant to reduce human stress, help eliminate people frustrations, something like that. Yeah. What I do believe is that it's passion, right? Passion drive change for me. This is what I believe in. This is what I hold in high esteem of. All right. Yeah, something like that. If you are saying Africa is the last in everything, and therefore they should not party, or maybe they should not make any activities that are meant to make them happy, okay, what do you want to, what exactly do you expect them to do? Because human as a whole, you need something that are meant to make you happy. All right, you need something that are meant to make you happy, that are meant to make your day far more important to you, even if it is not. And I think this is something that that have had positive impact on human psychology, something like that.
Okay, Amara. I get what you're trying to get what you're trying to say, but so you think that according to you, okay, Africans should keep on, your Africans especially, should keep on having fun all day, okay, and we will just sleep and wake up in the morning and Africa is developed. Yeah, our roads are built, we have better hospitals, the government is responding to all what we need, life is good. Yeah, life is good. So you believe in that? So you're a dreamer too. Emmanuel,
Uh,
please.
I don't think what you're saying is what I meant. I
Mm,
don't mean to say Africans should continue drinking, they should continue partying, they should continue having fun without thinking about their futures. Like I said in my previous talk, what I said was that first of all, what really drives change is your passion, is your commitment, and it is your motivation. It is not about the 3 hours that you commit to having fun, or maybe the 3 hour that you
mm,
commit to doing something that may derive pleasure for you. All right.
mm,
Like I just said, if you if you look around you, do you really do your environmental studies and observe how your surrounding, how people interact and communicate on a global scales, what really help people in terms of balancing your mentor's agility is your ability to be able to have fun sometime.
mm,
All right, everything should not just be about
mm,
hard work, because you're gonna continue your hard work, and that so like you're working too much hard, and at the end of the day, what really exactly you're gonna experience is that okay, you're gonna experience some technical problems, okay, that you have no idea of where it originated from. All right, so sometimes it's important to
mm,
have fun with your lives, Make sure you enjoy the life that you're living, have fun around you, engage with friends. Sometimes, sometimes to really balance your mental agilities is you just have to get around your natures, right? Get around your natures, communicate with people, have fun sometime, if possible, go to club and party sometimes. But that should not in any way stop you from becoming who you want to become, right? It should not serve as a barrier to, okay, you not achieving your success, right? So hard work and at the same time having fun make create a balanced life for you, right? Because you get to hard work and you get to play fun, like balance your emotional, your physical and mental agilities. And this is what I believe in, right? Why it is true that hard work is important, but what is also obvious is that, okay, having fun sometimes is also important to your mental and physical well-being, something like that.
But I have a question, Emara. Thank you already. But I have a question. Do you seriously think that Africans, young Africans, are thinking about their future as you're telling right now? Because like I want us to move out of this theory thing. I want us to be like practically how things are going right now. Do you think
Yes,
most
yes. I
young
think I
Africans
think
are
I think this is
doing
this is a human nature in that.
about their future? Because when we trace all what young Africans are doing are there. There are a number of there are great are there. But the thing, the truth and the reality is that we are too few. There are too few doing things, and the problem is that few number of people can take forward the whole continent as if, I mean, if we're really looking forward to grow. Few people aren't enough. We need more people. But the reality is that most young Africans, and I like to precise that, aren't in that optic, aren't in that mindset at all. Most don't even know what they want to do, what value they want to bring. So how do you think we can increase the number, okay, of people who will be in action for the change or for the development as you're trying to talk about right now? That's the question I want to
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
I
I will continue to say. I will continue to say this one. I guess okay. In as much as, okay, Africa is the least or maybe the last in everything that we have experienced in our global world. But for Africa to be able to achieve its potential, for African countries to be able to maximize aggregate demands and eliminate inflections, minimize unemployment, and as well as create economic and so as to be able to expatiate the economy is first of all to give a high attention to educations, high attention to education, right? Because the more educational opportunities, the more African youth will be able to access education, all right? And as a result, like, what's going to happen is that with their experience and knowledge that they're going to gain in universities and in their various schools, we allow them to have a passion for driving social and economic changes in the environment and around the African continent, due to, yeah, exposure to relevant academic materials and resources. All right, and I think this is very.
Amara, you're just for saying something. You're just from saying something. Do you think our educational system is up to date? Like, I mean, is up to the task right now? Because I highly
No,
doubt.
okay, first of all,
I highly doubt it is the case.
I don't want you to
Because the
I
way
don't
where
want you
we
to
are right
I
now.
don't want you to confuse the entire conversation, and that I don't want you to okay make the entire conversations somehow technical. So I think what you can do is that, okay, you ask a question about how Africans can be able to achieve their potentials, how Africans can be able to contribute to the progress of the environment in their continent. And I say to you, education is one of the primary objectives. I mean, like, education is one of the primary key factors that can influence this growth, that can influence this development, and that like what you just said, asking this question whether African education is up to tax to meet the demand and to meet the demand of African students. What I can say also is that even though everything is not okay in our educational environment, but what I do believe is that there are progress, there are advancement, there are innovations in our educational sectors. There are more resources than ever before, um, and that our educational facilities actually meeting the demands of students, what students actually want. They have somehow, in some way, trying to help students secure their dreams or maybe their futures. And I think that is obvious, right? I think it is obvious. Like you yourself right now, looking at evidences, considering scenarios, considering how education in Africa has been able to help most youth integrate from lower class to a middle class economic level on the African continent. And I think this was achieved as a result of the present and advancement in our educational sectors. And I think the issues of our education meeting our demand is a reality and not an imagination. Yeah, something like that.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your idea. I think that that can make that can be an object that can be a sort of another discussion. Maybe next Sunday again, have a discussion on that, or maybe on how that potential can be tapped in and brought about. Because I think because honestly, we are we are lacking in a lot of things. And my idea is this. My idea is, and it might look very radical. This I personally, if I was to become a president of whatever country it is in Africa, I'll be closing bars. That's the first thing that I'll be doing.
You
I'll
do
be
what?
closing bars. Uh, I'll be closing bars first.
Close bars?
Everything, yeah, every place where we sell alcohol, I'll be closing that.
Why? You
All
create more unemployment. You create more unemployment and
there are
start
several ways.
like
There are
stagnation
several ways
in
of creating
you
employment.
create more
There are more
unemployment and
useful
stagnation in
ways.
your country, and
There are
as a
more
result,
useful ways. Amara,
what?
there are more useful ways, and there are more, and there are better ways of creating employment. You don't necessarily need bars to create
No,
employment.
before you
You can
close
create
for bad, you
industries
must first of
where
all,
people are going
before you
to
close
work.
for bad,
You can
wait,
create
before, let me ask you a question.
much more useful opportunities where people are going to
Take us,
use the
take us,
skills that they've gotten.
take us.
We cannot
Before you,
we cannot develop a country with drunken people. We cannot develop a country with alcohol. We cannot develop a country with permanent distractions. I'm telling you this because it is very deep what I'm telling you about.
so okay, take us. Let me ask you,
In
like, so
in your community
if
or where you come from.
take
But I
us,
tell you, let me finish. Let me finish. Where I lived, okay, for example, when my father built his house, okay, it's in a locality. When he built the house, every morning, okay, I used to see a number of people that wake up in the morning, and the first thing that they think about is drinking and drinking all through. Those guys barely do any work throughout the day. And whenever I'm passing by, they're all people. I'm telling you, they're like way more older than me. They ask me for chicken change while they have all the energy to work throughout the day and get what they're supposed to. But they spend their days drinking. And I'm telling you, this is a reality because it's not only common to that locality, it is many in many other places. Africans and young Africans don't like putting in the effort. At least I have to precise here so that people don't come and hit me. That I'm talking of most don't like to put in the required, don't want to put in the required effort, all the energy
So, so you are
that is
saying
needed
like
to grow. Because
because they consume alcohol. So you are saying
it's
because,
important to
let me ask you a question.
I'm nearly finished. And I think that this thing can be traced back to the mindset, because most of us right now are only thinking about ourselves. We're too selfish to think about those who will be coming after us. Because if we were to think about those who will be coming after us, we'll be putting 100% of all the effort that we have to put right now, so that our children and our grandchildren coming after us won't be suffering as we are suffering right now, won't be going through the injustice that we are going through right now. And because we are selfish, we only try to have as much fun as we can right now. And tomorrow, when we'll be growing up, we'll be as our parents, our grandparents right now, telling ourselves, oh, if I knew, I would have done this, I would have done that. But your children will be asking you, why didn't you do that when you were that young, when you had the opportunity? It is important for us to think about that, because we are too selfish. And once you think in that way, there is no way possible for you to put in the energy. I was talking with somebody a days ago. The person was telling me, "Oh, Tika, do you think that Africans are going to die because we have to work for the others?" I told her, "Yes. If we must die, we would die doing the work, because it is needed. Because other people did the same thing. Why is that we must die? We would die doing the work. We want to be different. Why is it that we want to have the easy way out? Why?" China did the same thing. Some years ago, China was in the same place. Today, you can go anywhere without having. For example, I went to a local agency, like a money transfer agency, and when I entered, at the door, first of all, there's usually that description. Okay, that like they're telling you like welcome, bonjour, and down. Okay, there was a Chinese writing too to say welcome in Chinese, in Mandarin, like they usually say, for the right word. But some years back, you couldn't find that. But everywhere you're going to see a Chinese representation, because they have the power, because they've got the power. You might not like China, but if you want to do business and especially industrialization, you have to pass through them, because they've built the thing over years and years, and they have the reputation. Now you cannot bypass them. You might hate them, but you will have to do business with them. What about Africa? Other people produce our own food. I took the example of acheke. Acheke is the first, it's one of the national meals in Cote d'Ivoire. But Cote d'Ivoire is not even the first producer of acheke. It is China. The second one is Burkina Faso. Cote d'Ivoire comes third, and it is their own food. That's just an example, and there are many other examples throughout Africa like this. How can you explain that? How do we have time for fun? Where is the time for fun in all this story? Our children can have fun, but us, that's what I believe. That's my personal thought. We don't have right to any fun, to any distraction at all. We don't. That's what I think. You can continue. We had Emmanuel. We had Emmanuel. He disappeared. Hopefully he'll be coming back. But I just before you intervene again, I just want to finish on some data that I was given. some times ago. I was saying that in terms of importation of food, we spend around $4.2 billion on fish. Okay, milky products, we spend around 2.4 billion. Sugar, in importation of sugar, we spend around 4.5 billion dollars, and that's why you will find Dangote is very active in this. He's making a lot of money. Many people think that Dangote is only limited to cement and maybe oil. The guy is in sugar because there's money in sugar. So that's something that maybe some of you might want to go into. I really encourage you into that. Sugar wins. We spend around $4.5 billion. Meat, guys, we spend around $3.4 billion. That can be a business that you can go into. Vegetables, okay, and animal fat, guys. Vegetables and fruits, guys. Vegetable and fruits. We spend around 3.5 billions in that. And people are afraid to go into agriculture. It is important that we understand that people who are in agriculture right now are having the vision of the future. Because in some years to come, they will be the one laughing and us crying. And definitely, I don't want to find myself in that. So we spend around 3.5 billion, okay, in vegetables and fruits. And in oils and animal fats, we spend around 4.9 billion. Yeah. So that's something that's some key information that I'm sharing with you. That's very, very key. And this is to invite you. This is a call to whoever will be following this video, after this. That this is a business opportunity that we can go into. It is of no use for us to go and create banks, for us to create fancy stuffs if we can't even produce our own food. The person that controls your food controls your life. I repeat it, the person that controls your food controls your life. So let's be very keen as far as agriculture is concerned. Practically all African should get land, should buy land, and should start investing in agriculture. But you have to do that in the right way. You have to train yourself. And I like talking on this channel about training. Train yourself. Whoever trains you for whatever platform you want to go to, but go and train yourself, get the knowledge, invest the money, and start making agriculture too, amongst many businesses that we need. Amaro, you can go on. You can continue.
But I still haven't getting any clarity from you regarding your reason for closing bars. Why would you close
Okay.
bar?
For posting bars are one of the best ways of how can I say, of fooling a whole population. Okay, there are no when you look at developed countries, there's no country where, okay, the industry of beverages is making the highest profit in the economy. There are no countries that you find that where you find that.
What?
But funnily, in Africa, can you hear me? I was saying that there's no, like in developed countries, okay, there's none of those countries where you find that the most profitable business or industry is the industry of beverages, of alcohols. No. And what I'm telling you, no, you can go and do your research. There's no.
Well, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Does that mean they should close
Now,
bars?
I'm coming to it. But you can find in our you will find that, unfortunately, in some of our countries like Cameroon, you see that the most profitable industry in the country is the industry of beverages, beer, wine, whiskey, or what type of thing you can think of. That is the most profitable. How can you grow a country? And I repeat it again. How can you grow a country with a population, with a drunken population? How is that possible? Because that is a huge vector of distraction. We need to be sober, because generally Africans like drinking because they want to forget about the poverty, they want to forget about the problems that we have in our respective communities. The thing is that we don't need to forget about this problem. We need to face those problems. We need to face those problems heads on. And for that, we need to be sober. We don't need something that is going to take away the attention that is needed for us to put on the problem. That's the reason why I'm telling you that you can't grow a country with bars and other stuff. And that's the reason why, if I'm to become a president, which I'm sure it's unlikely to happen, but if by any chance I was to become a president, I'll be banning those things first, and all other useless distractions that can keep us from focusing on the right
So
stuffs.
that's mean that you close all clubs. Maybe if there's a club that employ, I mean, if all of your clubs and bars in your country that employ more than 5,000 people, you close all of those shops and like make those 5,000 people unemployed, and that you receive a lot of protests, a lot of petitions to provide job for these people. Okay, first of all, before you close one of these bars, let me give you an advice. If go ahead and become president, don't just close back. Make sure you create job for all of the people who you want to unemploy first. Make sure you employ
Of
every one
course,
of them before you close back. So how possible?
of
How
course, of
feasible
course,
is
of
that?
course. It
How
is
feasible is
logical.
that?
It is logical.
Wait, first of all, how feasible is it at the end of the day? Because like when if you make a research on your country, we will see that maybe 45 or 60% of the people are unemployed, and that is a reality here in Africa. So if you go into power and unemploy some people and then try to employ them back, so what are you doing with the remaining 45% of the unemployed people? First of all, employ more. First of all, create more jobs. Make sure you employ all of the people that are unemployed first. Don't unemploy the people who are working in a bar. Make sure you employ all of the people who are currently not working. Where you balance the gap between the unemployment rate. All right. If you balance the gap between employment and unemployment rate, then what you can do now is, okay, now you close bar immediately. Before closing the bar, make sure also you also have job for these people. And in an economic situation that is not possible. All right. You can't say like there's no country in the world, even the great United States of America, all right? There's no country in the world that have like 100% employment rate, right? There's no country in the world. I don't care what's happening or what may not happen. There will always be unemployed. There will always be unemployment. So you just can't solve the unemployment due to institutionalized and natural circumstances. So, but what you have to do exactly is make sure don't close bars. But you can enforce policies. You can enforce policies that can help young people get to like that can help young people discover their dreams, discover their missions, creating vibrant and reinvigorating educational systems to help youth in the country, right? Because if you close,
Mhm.
there are some people whom are already addicted to alcohol, right? And you can't change anything about that. This is their systems and this is their life. The only thing you can do right now is to create educational opportunity for youth, young children who are coming up, just so they can have opportunity to advance in lives. That is my advice to you. Since we do not have much time, well, we are almost going out of time. So if you also become president, do not try to close bar. First of all, if you close those bar, like you won't end your tenures in peace. Right? There'll be more petition, there'll be more protests, there'll be more issues because of the unemployment you have created. You as a president, your aim is to create employment, right? It's to reduce unemployment, minimize inflations or maybe stagflations, and try to balance your aggregate demands to increase economic growth and economic development, and also improve the life expectancy of your citizens. But if you have failed to do any of those as a president, there will be a whole lot of issues that you will face out of from your legislature, or maybe from the ordinary people or the common people, something like that. But before you create any unemployment by closing down bars, make sure you create more opportunity first. That should be my advice.
Yeah, obviously. Um, I'm not just going to to close bars just like that. Wake up in the morning. Obviously, you have to propose an alternative to closing bars, but that's definitely something that has to be done. No matter how much petitions people can make, you know. Um, the thing is that if we didn't, how did we used to live before we had certain things like maybe like TVs? Okay, people were living well before having TVs, before having internet. Okay, we're communicating well and even better than we do today, because today you can hardly speak to somebody without the person being on his phone. Okay, we're having stronger bonds. So people were living well, because they didn't know about that thing. So it means that we can live well
Come
without
on.
those things. And
Yeah.
we need okay we need to advance. Okay, for sure it will take a lot of education, and that's what we're trying to do on this channel, because this channel is not only for us to talk about businesses that you can start, or entrepreneurship, or all of the like. It's also to educate. It's also for us to learn from each other, to reinforce, because like I like saying, we're building a community right here. Okay, we're building a community of people that help other each other to strengthen, and grow all together. But we need to understand a number of things. We need to grow all together, and for that, people's minds have to wake up. We can't be in the optic of always having fun at all times. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this because when you discuss, okay, when you discuss with a number of with a lot of people, you realize that deep in, there's a problem of mindset. That's why we need, before we even change any other thing, we need to change we need to bring about a new paradigm to the way things are done, because that's where things start kicking up. That's when things start kicking up, and that's what the leaders, the historical leaders that we've been having so far, the Lumumbas, the Sankaras, and all the stuff, they've been doing a huge work of education, of changing the minds, changing the mindset. Because if you can already change your mindset, there's a way for you to already take the step and start making things happen. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing right here. I'm not big, but I believe that I've understood a number of things. The me from years ago is not the me from for now, of now, right now. And it wouldn't and the me in the future, or maybe the me in a year to come or 2 years to come, would definitely not be the same person. And as I'm growing, I want to share so that many people grow, so that we grow all together, because it will be no use fighting alone. It is no use. You can't do anything alone. You definitely can't do anything alone. You guys need to be together. That's why what we're doing here, we're a community. We're a community. I'm not interested in people following me as a person, take as a person. No, that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to build a community. We're trying to build a community. that's not that's not the purpose of this channel. The purpose of the channel is to create a community of young Africans that look forward, to the growth of it, and how each and every edge to make things happen. Hello, Aja. Hello, Aja. How you doing? Hope you're well. We're in a passionate discussion here with our friend Amara. You can join us. There's a link that I made available in the chat. Let me copy it. You can come on live and share with us what you think about all this. For the time being, put a like, click on the like button, and share it. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe too, guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe also, so that we can make things happen here. Okay, share the video, like it, and subscribe, so that we can keep on going. If you have anything to say, we're open. Okay, nobody judging anybody here. Everybody has the right to his own opinion, whether you agree or not. Okay, it's not a debate about being okay, being in line or not. We're trying to grow. We're trying to grow each other here. So Aja, if you have anything you want to share with us, any idea, um, any position, any aspect you believe that we didn't touch throughout the life, please come up and let us know. And let us know. I'm really interested. Yeah. So Amara, that's what I think. That's what I think. We need to change. We need to transform the way we tackle a number of things. We need to deal with that. We also need to stop being too emotional, because that's something that I've noticed with us. We're too emotional. Others, people from other parts of the world, they can do business with you without liking you, but they do business. But us, we are too into the emotional. Okay, we're too much in the emotional. We want to feel loved. We want to feel integrated. That's the problem with us. Yeah, we like to feel like we like to feel like we like to how can I say, to integrate. An example, I think one of the most powerful communities in the world right now are the Jews. These guys in the community endlessly. Before money moves out of the community, it must have passed through at least 8 people in the community before it leaks. And I'm using the word leaking. But what happens with us? Okay, what happens with us is that we find it so difficult to even participate, okay, in the work that other Africans are doing, even when the work is of good quality. We find it difficult participating. We have to change that. We have to change the way we think about this stuffs. and for that mindset is needed. That's why, yeah. So we're coming to the end. Okay, sure. So Ajay is saying that how is that a bad thing? Okay, and how is that a common? Is that common? I feel like that is mainly the Western people. From the what I saw, people can be quite hypocrite to get what they want. But that's it, Ajay. That's it. We're living in a world where people are trying to fulfill their interest. Okay, people are trying to fulfill their interest. People are doing things for the benefits of their countries and their continents, also to learn, okay, to separate ourselves from our emotions and do the business that we have to do. That's also how we can move forward. That's what I believe, and that's what and it's proven. You need to set aside your emotion, whether you like the person, whether you love the person or not. Set it aside and do business. That's as simple as it is. So we're practically coming to the end of the life. Amara, please, is there anything that you want us to any word of the end that you want to share before we close?
I don't think I have any more thing to share, but anyway, thank you so much for this section. It was really great, and I got to learn a whole lot of stuff from you. And I hope what I share as well was also important for the live chat. But I really appreciate the effort for organizing the live chat, and that I hope you continue to organize as much, I mean, as many as possible, so that students on campus can be able to engage in such dialogue. Yeah, I think this is what I just have to say. Yeah, next time you can invite as many students as possible, and yeah, and I'm very sure they'll be willing to share as well. But I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for inviting me here. Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Always, always. You're always welcome. So do you guys have any idea of what you want us to talk about next live? Because I'm planning to have these lives every Sunday. I think that's generally a free day for most of us, like in the evening, that we can have a little chat like this. So you can let us know also in the comments what you want us to talk about next. I have a little idea of what it can be, but you can let us know maybe in the chats what you want us to discuss about. So Amara, you talk about uh, how how we can tap in and make sure that Africans, young Africans, bring out their 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 potential, to help our continent, to help our continent grow. So maybe that's something that we can discuss on, and we can make sure that we really invite a maximum so that we can discuss on this. Okay, so that we can discuss on this. I just talk about something interesting. Are we do we need as Africans love or respect? Something interesting that we want to look into. I was thinking about something that's interesting too. In terms of distractions, I forgot to mention uh, one of the greatest distractions that we have as young Africans is the sex stuff. Yeah, sex, girlfriends, boyfriends, all those stuffs. So I like to discuss, maybe that's something interesting that we can look into. Young African entrepreneurs supposed to be having, for example, girlfriends. That is of course before they are married. Okay, is that really useful, especially when you're starting a business? Okay, is having a girlfriend or a boyfriend useful when you're starting a business as a young African? If that's something that you guys are interested in, we can look into that. So thank you guys, thank you for following the live so far. I really really love the discussion that we had here. We'll be having this every Sunday at the exact time. That is 4 p.m. GMT plus zero, of course, so that we can discuss much more on this and we can grow. So yeah, guys, do subscribe to the channel if you like what we're sharing here. Like, share with many other people, and I see you on next Sunday. I'll see you next Sunday, guys. Take care. Bye. Bye, Amara. Thank you for being here.